Blackpink's Jennie has addressed 3 different controversies this week. First, paparazzi photos of her and GOT7's BamBam hanging out at a restaurant in LA started circulating yesterday. While many speculated this might be for BamBam's YouTube show Bam's House, or maybe a meeting about her upcoming solo project, others ran with the rumor that the two were dating. These photos and speculations blew up to the point where Jennie's company had to put out a statement clarifying that the two have been close friends for a while and simply met up for a meal while in the US. This week also saw the release of Jennie's editorial and shoot with Harper Bazaar, where she directly addresses her previous indoor smoking incident. If you remember, in one of her vlogs, she was seen vaping while getting her makeup done in Italy, resulting in a formal apology and a personal apology to the staff. Well, in this Harper Bazaar editorial, Jennie stated, "What can I do? If Korean people think it's wrong, I've got to make up for it. It's like, I get why you guys are upset. It's cultural, it's history, it's time. And I can't go against time." The third issue that had to be clarified is regarding her fandom name. Last week, it was announced that Jennie had signed a partnership deal with Columbia Records and will be coming back in October. This week, along with a countdown timer, we also got a voice message from her.
Hi Rubies, it's Jennie. Stay tuned and see you soon. Love you, bye!
In the clip, she referenced her fans as Rubies, presumably from Jennie Ruby Jane, which then garnered her backlash, as Ruby is also the fandom name of KWON. The uproar prompted Jennie's company to clarify that Jennie was just using it in this particular news update, and it was not an official announcement of her fandom name. Speaking of photos and videos coming out causing a big stir, someone uploaded a photo claiming they saw WAYV's HENDERY hanging out with Lucas and multiple women at the bowling alley. This garnered some backlash, many criticizing Lucas for, quote, not being able to control himself despite his past controversies, while others criticized HENDERY, saying he should be more careful after members of his group have already left due to issues involving women. Well, HENDERY has now seemingly defended himself, thanking fans for their concern, but explaining that it was just a gathering among friends and normal socialization. We just talked about Jennie addressing her indoor smoking situation. Well, this week, a clip of EXO's Baekhyun vaping inside a restaurant in Macau started circulating online. The sweater he was wearing in the video was the same one he wore during his show. Reportedly, in Macau, the law defines smoking to include e-cigarettes, which means it is also prohibited anywhere that smoking is not allowed. This garnered him a lot of criticism, as it's not only prohibited, but because it was also said to be inconsiderate. Baekhyun and his company would soon issue a statement apologizing to everyone who experienced discomfort because of the recent indoor smoking controversy, explained that Baekhyun and the staff were unaware that electronic cigarettes were prohibited, and that he feels deeply sorry for disappointing many fans due to his careless actions. They will be more vigilant to ensure this doesn't happen again. I always think we're done talking about the infamous YouTuber SOJANG, but now that so many idols are suing them, I don't think we're ever gonna be done talking about this topic.
장원영한테 미안해요? 안 미안해요? 대답! 장원영한테 미안합니까? 안 미안합니까? 대답! 대답! 대답하세요! 원영이한테 미안해? 안 미안해?
Well, after IVE's WONYOUNG won her lawsuit against SOJANG, Kang Daniel has also now won his first trial against the malicious YouTuber. Unfortunately for SOJANG, they are not done, as Kang Daniel's representation will now proceed with a civil lawsuit seeking almost $75,000. Someone else who looks like they'll be facing severe punishment is a man who was caught trespassing HYBE's headquarters and stayed there for 3 days undetected. According to police, the man entered through the building's basement, walked through the front entrance and sat in a lobby chair for about an hour. He then used an elevator to go downstairs, bypassed security doors, crossed another glass security door, and then wandered through the building between the 3rd and 18th floors for 3 days. Eventually, a staff member began having suspicions about the man loitering and reported him to the police, who arrested him that evening. The police investigation so far revealed that this man is unemployed and used HYBE facilities and the cafeteria meant for staff and trainees. The man apparently told the police he was an American investor who entered the building for a meeting with HYBE officials. HYBE has also now commented on the situation, confirming the man entered illegally and is still being investigated to ensure severe penalties are imposed. And as if HYBE didn't have enough to deal with already, a lot has transpired ever since NewJeans' shocking livestream requesting Min Hee-jin be reinstated reinstated as Adore's CEO by September 25th. Following their sudden broadcast, the newly appointed CEO of Adore responded stating they will stick to regulations and respond calmly. HYBE is a company which follows rules, and those who follow rules always end up as the winners. Now, one media outlet came out claiming that according to HYBE, they found CCTV footage that shows the outlet members greeting Hani and that the manager never told the girls to ignore Hani as she suggested, even though she never mentioned a specific group. Meanwhile, Min Hee-jin then filed for a provisional injunction seeking reappointment as an internal director of Adore, explaining that by dismissing her as CEO, HYBE violated their shareholders agreement, which guaranteed her a 5-year term as CEO and an inside director on the board. HYBE would respond to this stating the shareholders agreement has already been terminated, therefore its legal effect is void. Their decision to dismiss her as CEO is unrelated to that agreement. This is where things get even more interesting because BTS's Jungkook surprisingly posts on the account dedicated to his dog Bam with the caption, "Artists are not guilty." The emojis he used strongly suggested that he was referring to the NewJeans members. This blew up with all kinds of reactions from people on either side, to the point where HYBE had to state that they were currently checking the artist's real intentions. The latest update we've gotten on this whole situation is that due to a fan-submitted complaint that NewJeans were being harassed at their workplace, a representative and labor inspector of the Ministry of Employment confirmed that they would be probing and investigating the matter accordingly. Finally, as always, we have health updates, or idols we might not be seeing for a while. Tiffany Young will be temporarily stepping down from her role as Roxy in the musical Chicago, as she recently sustained a hand injury. CSR Siyeon will also be out for the rest of the group's activities in September, as she suffered an ankle injury and went to the hospital for treatment. And unfortunately, Lola has confirmed her departure from PIXY in a handwritten letter, explaining that her contract has expired, that she'll cherish the memories with fans and her members, but to also look forward to her future activities, where she'll go by her name YUJEONG. With that, let's get to the positive things that we can celebrate in K-pop. Comebacks and releases since the last video include Mamamoo's HWASA, Stray Kids' Han new self-written song for his birthday, former weekly member UNIE is back with Madagascar, Pentagon's Jinho, and TXT's YEONJUN has debuted his first solo mixtape. Music show wins since the last video, LE SSERAFIM's Crazy earning its second and third win on M Countdown, EXO's Baekhyun winning on Music Bank, and Day 6 taking home the trophy on Music Core, marking their first win on a main public broadcast music show 9 years after their debut. On top of that, Day 6 has now become the only artist in 2024 to achieve more than one real-time all-kill, now with Happy, their second song to do it this year, from their Forever album released back in March. Congratulations to the VMA winners, as LE SSERAFIM won MTV Push Performance of the Year, 17 won Best Group, and BLACKPINK's Lisa won Best K-pop for the second time. Also congrats to Twice's Jiwi, as her first solo mini album has now debuted on the Billboard 200. She is only the third female K-pop soloist to break into the top 100 of this chart, joining her members Nayeon and Jihyo. Megan Thee Stallion and BTS RM's new song has debuted on the Billboard Hot 100 and will be heard every Friday night as the new official theme of WWE's SmackDown. Is Michael Cole a K-pop fan?
Apple Music and Spotify. With my music background, you should allow me to handle that. I'm going to call you Mr. K-pop these days. I know you're a big BTS fan.
Baekhyun has now welcomed her first child, a baby girl, into the world after recently revealing that she was going to arrive sooner than expected. At the same time, LaBoom's Haeyeon announced that she is now pregnant with her second child. And finally, I thought this would be a great ending to the video. I recently got to meet the amazing Nathan in China of SYJ Official at KCON. They gave me a super meaningful gift as well. You might have seen their awesome content here on YouTube. Well, they recently did an interview with a group I think is underrated, PIXY, and while fans always remind each other that idols are just humans like us, sometimes we need to hear it from the artists themselves.
So here on our channel on SYJ Official, it's our mission to share your joy of K-pop. That's what the SYJ stands for, share your joy. But it's also our mission to bring humanity back to K-pop. K-pop fans, while as passionate and loving as we are, some tend to forget that our favorite idols are humans too. 네. So that you are real, authentic people at the end of the day. You're more than just like performers on the stage. And there's a real person behind the idol persona. So what advice does each PIXY member have for K-pop fans, even KWON, to help them remember that, hey, we may be idols, but we're humans too?
We're same people. We can. We're same, you know?
Well,
just human beings.
Yeah, we're just people, right?
Yeah, eat and go to bedroom. You know? Same people.
Yes.
Sometimes someone write
black-
a bad message in our channels.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter for us.
Yeah,
Yes, we are strong and we have mental.
Yeah,
Yes.
the
Yes, we have
bad
good mental.
interesting. Bad interesting is also, you know, interesting. Yeah, so she's that.
That's good.
We're okay, so same people.
Yes, but you don't have to do that.
Don't imagination fantasy.
Yes.
Okay? Okay.
Be nice to our best friends right here.
Yeah.
Be nice to cracks.